Yeah, there's somebody asked, hey, since you are from Korea to migrate to Singapore, what's the difference between Korean and Singaporean? I think overall, the generally speak, you should be no individual difference. But I think that for the Koreans, right, they are in the life we try to think more of the meaningful things. Of course, it's the capitalism society, but sometimes what you're doing without meaning, right, then it's not really do the things. But what you when you find the meaning, then you try to do very hard and then see a bit further. So yeah, that's one thing is so with passion, to live with passion is quite normal. For Singaporean, I think it's a more on the system, and then try not to do the best until the end, because sometimes maybe you have the limited energy, so you're trying to save some energy. There's nothing wrong or right, but that's what I can feel different. Most of the Koreans, they are, when you see the thing interesting, right, then really it's, follow the flow and then do all the way until you exhaust it. So there's a big difference, I think. And since we mentioned about the energy, maybe I talk something else. So we all know that energy is important, and that we all have the limited energy. For example, daily you have a certain energy, but and in that case, some people they waste the energy, like when you're driving, argue with the drivers, and then when you go to 7-Eleven, maybe cashier they give about 10 20 cents, they give the difference. You can talk to them, but you don't need to argue too much, try to avoid. That's what I learned and I changed when I was the 20s, no, even 30s. I used to be like the what is the right or wrong. I trying to figure it out and then argue. But it's over 40 and now I'm 50 plus. It's changed because I know it's a limitation of my energy and it's very important. So I try not to argue. Sometimes I just smiling and just step out. It feel like that I'm losing on the situation, but in the end of the day, it's a winning game. That's why I love. So yeah. So and go back to the difference. Koreans is as I mentioned, passion, and then trying to figure out right or wrong. It's more on the sensitive. A Singaporean, yes, also right or wrong, but it's more on the matter. It's a profit or a loss. It's a more calculate. I mean the sensitive on it. So can say it's a smart way, but it's a different way. So I don't know what is right or wrong. You chasing your meaning in your life, or you know your preference is managing your life. It depends on. Sorry, I think my client called me, so I